All right, Shalom, Call Haloyim, La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honor to the head elders, who are the apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, out there, teaching this word in sincerity and in truth. It's your brother Yarzayan. I'm back with another short lesson. Lord willing, you're edified. And I wanted to go through Isaiah, the 14th chapter, and we'll take it from there. For the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Right. So we got a lot of opposition when it comes to the truth of this Bible, but the scriptures stay true. All right, regardless of anybody else's or these wacky-tacky anti-Christians' opinions and false beliefs, the scripture says that the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, which is the 12 tribes, and set them in their own land. And strangers, and what are these strangers? These strangers are Israelites, foreigners. All right, Israelite foreigners. All right, those that have been scattered due to the curses in Deuteronomy 28:64. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, meaning they're going to be mended in. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. So what is this talking about? All right, the people's going to take the rest of the strangers and bring them to their place. Well, these strangers, all right, are also, hold on, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. Right. Because these strangers that are going to be joined with them are Israelite foreigners. All right. Part of the house of Israel, the elect. And they're going to take them and bring these other people, the rest of the nations, to their place. Okay. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, because the Lord is going to give back his people their land. Okay, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So this is telling you right here, there's a great retribution coming. All right, for the ites of the planet Earth, be it Edom, Moab, Japheth, Ham, and so on and so forth. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. All right, which is dealing with America here. Knew that was going to happen. All right. So what? Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. It's dealing with Babylon the Great. All right. Babylon. All right. And Babylon the Great is one and the same. It's synonymous in prophecy. All right. Because the ancient Babylon didn't go out the way that it, by way of fire that is prophesied that Babylon the Great will go out in. If I'm saying that right, Salakia, you know. So this proverb that is going to be taken up against the king of Babylon is, how hath the oppressor ceased? And there's going to be no more rulership for the Edomites, because the Edomites are the rulers of modern day Babylon now. All right, it's not the Assyrians or the Hamites or Ishmaelites, but Edomites. The golden city ceased, all right? Because the scriptures say Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that caused all of the nations to drink thereof. This is only, and that applies to America, which is Babylon the Great. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua have broken the staff of the wicked, see? Also showing us who the wicked is, and the scepter of the rulers. All right, the wicked and the Edomites, the oppressors are one and the same. You know, and the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to take them out of power, man. They're not going to be in power forever. Why the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for that? He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. You see, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. This so-called white man smites the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He doesn't let up. He makes sure that he can completely takes over the natural resources and all of the different goodies that comes with the land. And it says, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. This is the future for the Edomite empire, man. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. That's after the destruction of such a wicked rulership such as Babylon the Great. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee. And the fir trees are what they use for the pagan holiday Christmas, man. All right. And the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us. And that's a tree chopper, a lumberjack. Because what they do is deforestation. That's what the so-called white man does. He does a thing called deforestation, man. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee, at thy coming. See that? Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. And they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? And this is what's going to happen. Well, pardon me. This is already happening on a lower level. All right, this new Trump administration, not the new one, but this Trump administration, all right, is looking like they're going to fulfill the rest of the prophecies, Lord willing. And part of this is America being weakened and being looked at as an advantage for other nations. All right. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, which is pride. And the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Everything is corroded. Everything is being corroded in America. They have a grade system set up for the infrastructure, and the infrastructure is failing. All right, and that's due to corrosion. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Right, this Lucifer is dealing with those that are in rulership. All right, light bearers, which is the Illuminati. All right, the banking families, the top elite banking families of the world. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? All right, everything has become weakened under this damn so-called white man. All right, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. Now, that tells you something of how they weakest the nations, because it's their time. It's given unto them. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You know? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, which they have done. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. And the stars of the Most High is dealing with the Israelites. All right? The chosen people of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. That's this so-called white man's God complex that he has. All right? This pride that has deceived his heart. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. And when you look at a vulnerable person that has been beaten down, and say you throw them in a pit, all right, you beat them, they're going to be beaten down so much, all right, that they're going to try to find refuge in the side of a pit, to where at first glance you might not be able to see them, because they're going to try to hide from their judgment, hide from their punishment that they so well deserve. So they're going to be brought to justice, to say the least. Who? These Edomites. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? It is, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. That's right. Man, you got so many different examples that can be given about this scripture right here. But I'll keep it to a minimum by saying, look at the prison industrial complex. How many blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, so-called, you got in there that really don't belong in there, because they're serving time for a crime that they didn't commit. There's a lot. There's man, the truth will stifle you in that regard. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Verse 21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So we can see that the subject matter is dealing with a hierarchy of people. And these are the Edomites, called Lucifer. All right? Well, the elites, that is. All right? The Edomites that had children, that have sons, daughters, nephews, they are required to get slaughtered for the iniquity of their fathers. What have they done? Rob, rape, and murder the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. How do they get their riches? By unrighteous dealings. Injuries, riches gotten by deceit. That's why. That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant and son and nephew, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So the Lord got a big bullseye on America. I will also make it and a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts. And that's of armies. All right? The Lord of hosts hath sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I have proposed, so shall it stand. Now check this out. Now, it goes into history, but we know in prophecy, we can correlate the Edomites with being modern day Assyrians, because that's what ancient Babylon was ruled by. It says that I will break the Assyrian in my land and upon my mountains. And we know mountains in the scriptures prophetically is dealing with high governments. Tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. This is the purpose that is purposed upon the whole earth. And this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai of hosts hath purposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back? That's right. So I'll stop it right there. This has been Isaiah the 14th chapter from 1 to 27. Lord willing, you are edified. Until next one, Shalom.